This is Jonathan Nagoff here for Pro Boxing Fans. We're here down at Peacock Gym today. Delighted to be joined by trainer Tunde Ajayi.
The one and only.
How have you been, Tunde?
Dream it, believe it, become it. You know the set. We're here every day.
Down here at Peacock Gym, yes. What are you up to today? No Anthony Yarde in the house. What's been going on?
Anthony's here. Anthony just.
Yarde?
What's the time? Anthony be here around 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been back in the gym. First day back, straight sparring. The journey continues. You know, we both needed a rest, I guess. You know, because if you think about it, well, when I think about it, since Anthony turned pro May, I think the 5th or the 8th, 2015, and we were training together for just under 2 years before he turned pro. So since that time, we've never had more than 1 week off out of the gym. So yeah, it's funny for me. I never stopped working. I just never stopped working. But in terms of training Anthony specifically, it's the first time, and he deserves it, 100%. He deserves it. Great fight. Took a risk, you know, but the reward was worth it. That's what I keep telling man. It's risk reward, and but you know, nature. You can't rush nature, and that's why I've always said everything is timing. So, yeah, we're here, back, but I'm here watching one of my other fighters today, this morning, watching him spar, and it's looking good.
Talk to us what you said. You've only had 1 week off between fights.
Yeah.
So, what was that like being out in Chelyabinsk? What did that take out of you and Anthony? That whole build-up, issues on fight week, luggage going missing.
Yes.
Did it take it out of you?
Listen, my old friend, let me teach you something. So you even teach these man something. These young boys, you have to teach them what's going on.
Educate them, man.
So the question was, what did it take out of us? No, it's what did it put in us? Because experience is something you can't buy, borrow, or pretend to have. And it was great experience for us, for the both of us. For, you know, I created a young team, you know, Cutman Cam. I keep saying it. Last year, he was in Southampton twiddling his thumbs, dreaming of being or working a corner. Within 12 months, he's in Los Angeles on the undercard of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. And now, you know, that young man can go and tell his family that he's experienced something that 99.9% of professional boxers will never experience. How many people do you know that get an opportunity to be in the environment or the company of someone that's fighting an elite fighter? Not a champion, an elite champion at the top of his game. And we've come back with more hunger, more desire. It's just fantastic, and I'm grateful for the experience, and I know Anthony is, but don't get it twisted. There's a long way to go on this journey.
I mean, in that fight, a lot of people thought Anthony was going to win, especially you know, when he had Kovalev on the rocks. Yes. I mean, how much does that show about Anthony Yarde? The fact that he went to Russia and he pushed Kovalev, you know, and a lot of people are saying since then. I mean, of course, Kovalev, a lot of people are saying before that, is he past his best? But Anthony Yarde, do you think he exposed him?
No. This is what I'm trying to say. For starters, you say a lot of people. No. Life is polarity. And I keep saying this. For every for, there's an against. For every against, there's a for. It's an equal and opposite amount. All Anthony did was display what I've known he has from the start. And so regardless of how good you do things, all it was with us, we made it look so easy that people were saying we ain't fighting no one. And I told everybody this from the start. It's not that we're not fighting no one, it's just that we're making it look so easy that people are calling. And David Hayes said it in the fight before. The only way you're going to see what Anthony Yarde's made of is when he's against an elite champion. And that's what it was. But guess what? We're just at the beginning of our career. Sergey Kovalev is in the twilight of his career. And let's get it right again. Sergey Kovalev has knocked out so-called better fighters early. 1 round, 2 rounds, 3 rounds. This is what I'm trying to say. It's how you look at things. It's perception. Nobody can't trick me. I know what this is about. I almost said I know the thing. I know what this is about. We're up there. We're up there, and nobody can deny us. We just have to continue to work hard. You know, you reap what you sow in this sport, in life, and we know that we still have a long way to go. You know, but we're thankful for the experience, and I feel that I've done my job. I've done some of my job because the job is nowhere completed as a manager. And people forget this. I'm the manager as well as his trainer. You know, I'm going to keep saying it. Anthony Yarde is the first boxer ever in the history of the sport to get a global deal with a major sportsman. Tunde Ajayi done that. No, we both done it. But this is magnificent for both me, Anthony, and the whole team. We're just. Well, I almost said young. I'm not that young no more. But we're just common people from a common background with dreams, massive dreams. And if you look at it, already at this stage of our dream, of our fantasy, we're at the top of the mountain, and we're gonna stay there. This is just beginning. So I keep telling people, anyone who's upset or annoyed or pissed off at seeing my face, you're gonna see it for a long time, brother. I'm gonna be here for a long time. You just look at my Instagram. You know what time it is, bruv. In the morning, it's all smiles. Bruv, we're just living life. That's what it's about. You know, there's so much negativity in the world. There's so much bad things happening that I ain't got time to think about no negative stuff. I'm just about positive, and my whole team is about positive. And we're just thankful. We're thankful.
Now, you mentioned you're at the top of a mountain. That means you can't go down, but
Who said we can't go down? Bro,
you've got to keep building, right?
No, man, you can take a rest, go down the mountain, go back up the mountain. That's how everything's timing, and I keep saying it. Have you finished the question? Because you know me, I like to interject. Yeah, we're at the top of the mountain. I mean, what it's done is just showed us our level. Remember, what you get on the day didn't happen on the day. What you get on the day is the work that happened previously. So in order for us to keep going, we just need to keep working. It's not complicated. People say to me, I get messages, how many rounds should I spar at T? How many miles should I run in the morning? Bro, just run 1 mile. If you run 1 mile, 365 days of the year, that's 365 miles. This thing is not complicated.
Simple when you put it like
it's simple, but it's complicated because we make it complicated. We just need to keep working, and yeah, you know, I'm happy for Anthony. Believe me, brother, and you are my brother, my young brother. I'm a giver. Givers gain, and I'm so happy for Anthony because I see a young, you know, the whole objective of a master is to allow your student to become the master. And then you just step back and you work on another young student. You don't go away, you just step back. And when I watch Anthony now, prior to the fight, and then when I see him every day, I'm so happy, trust me, because no matter what, I was part of that part of the journey. I'm going to be here for all of the journey, don't worry about that. But it's a great thing for me. And seeing young boys coming through, young Bilal Ali, Alex Bishop just joined the camp, already 3-0. So it's the first ever fighter that I've not had to build from scratch. Ever. In 20 years, over 20 years in this sport, I've always built fighters or started with them from the bottom of their careers. O'Hara Davis, Craig Richards, Daniel Dubois. Kevin Mitchell, when he first turned pro, I was there. Kevin Lear, nothing. I'm spitting names that you may not even know. You know, had the opportunity to work with Danny Williams, Harry Simons, 2-weight world champion, undefeated still to this day. Worked with Derek Chisora. You know, helped Don Charles in his first ever corner. But the journey for me has been, it's just been magnificent. And I love boxing. And that's why I'm always smiling. I just love every aspect, and that's why I'm always got time for anyone at any level.
I mean, having said that, you're very proud of what you've done and, you know, fair play.
Yes.
But what did you make of the criticism that you received in the aftermath? Did you find it insulting, or, I mean, what was your view on it?
What criticism?
A lot of people, not a lot, but there have been some criticism over tactics. But what would be your response?
Dream it, believe it, become it. That's the response. I don't focus on negativity. If you dare come on my page with any negativity, block. That's it. It's just all you do is take your finger and you just delete. It's done. You don't even engage in it. Bro, I keep telling brothers, stop engaging in negative press or negative communications. Because all you do is bring yourself down to that level. I'm not on that. A man kept on pestering me. I'm not answering you, so obviously I don't want to talk to you. Then he said, you're such a bloop, bloop, bloop. And guess what I done? Block. I'll never see him again. Bro, this thing, oh man, I love it. Trust me, negativity cannot hold me. It can't penetrate my force field because I've been blocking, shouldering, catching for 20 years. And it's got to the stage now where even in a so-called negative or so-called criticism, I look for the positive in it because nothing can exist. See, I'm giving you a bit of science here. Without a positive and a negative. There always has to be two sides. So once you grasp that simple fact, you realize that no matter what you do in life, you're always going to have the other side. And it's down to you as an individual whether you're going to focus on it, hear it, or feed into it, or feed onto it, or latch onto it. I just don't do it. And I'll be honest with you. It's a force field thing. No one around me, no one, listen to what I'm saying to you. Nobody around me talks negative. So I don't tune in. I just don't tune in. I don't tune into that TV station. You understand? Yes, sir.
I mean, what is next for Anthony? There's so many options out there. You've got domestic level Joshua Buatsi. Everyone's calling him out. There's talks of Joshua Buatsi. First of all, on that fight with Joshua Buatsi, is that a fight that happens for you next year, or is that a fight that has to build up beyond sort of the British scene?
Okay, what's Joshua Buatsi got? What's he got? Bro, this is what I'm trying to say. You need to, bro, before people talk, they need to ask themselves questions. What has Joshua Buatsi got? What?
British title?
He doesn't own that. He's giving that up.
Vacated, yeah.
So what's he got? That's what I'm trying to say. You have to do your homework when you talk to me. Even the current British champion is who? I don't even know.
It's vacant at the moment.
It's vacant.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe Craig.
Yeah.
Someone now is my friend. I used to train him. He may fight for it. But it's about levels. We just fought. Remember, prior to this fight, you know, everyone was saying we ain't fighting no one. This is what I'm trying to say. The tables turned. The tables have turned. All those people that criticized us prior to the fight, and I'm not saying JB did, because he never. He's a very respectful young man. But all the people that was calling us out, see, he's smart. That's why I give it to him. He's smart. Because if you disrespect me or Anthony, even though Anthony might not say it, I'm just telling you from a managerial standpoint, you ain't getting no fight. So you better be careful how you talk to me or how you talk to Anthony or talk about Anthony, shall I say? Because Anthony's like the X-Men. He just bounces off him. He don't even, bruv. If you think I'm bad, Anthony is serious. He's like the invisible man. He's just such a positive person. But the point is this: those people that criticised us prior to the fight, you're gonna have to prove yourself now. Because as I said prior to the fight, we are the A side. Everybody has tried to make a name off of us. And so it's fine. If you've got something worthwhile, worth the challenge, remember, we just cash the big check. So to make us go down and fight at a certain level, there's got to be a big reward. And we're gonna build up. We're gonna build up the way we got to there, But everything is about us, and everything is about time, and everything is about picking the right fights at the right time. These British guys, they don't want to fight us. That's the honest truth. They're calling it. They don't want to fight us because they know when you fight us, your career is finished. That's what I believe. I just believe Anthony Yarde is at that level now whereby he's gonna be a world champion. I've said that from the start. But we're not just gonna fight people just for fighting people's sake. It's got to mean something. It's got to be a meaningful fight on the way to challenging for the world title again, because it's all about, it's strategic building. I'm a manager. I'm a bit of a loudmouth, but I do study boxing a little bit. You get what I'm saying? I must do, because we fought for the world title. And it's interesting. You're right. It is interesting. There are a lot of fighters. The light heavyweight division has become such an exciting division on every level. Domestic, British, European, Commonwealth, world. It's just exciting, and it'd be good to be in some of those fights. So I never answered your question because I know how to slip and slide. Bro, when you're from certain vicinities, if there's a brick wall, you don't go through the brick wall. You just go to the left, slide around the corner. So I ain't answering your question. Let them come and fight us. We're ready.
Let me ask you about Dimitri Bivol, the WBA champion. Fought last week in Chicago. Did you watch it?
No. I don't watch fights.
Okay.
Even though we got our show, The Fight Is Right.
Yeah.
Tune in, The Fight Is Right with Spencer Furen and Tunde Ajayi. And we are a loving... What's the word? We're a loving station. We promote everybody who's trying to do things. Pro boxing fans, IFL TV, what's the other one? My brethren, Pro Breeds, Pep Talk UK. I'm not in this competition thing. And it's something that I want everybody to have that mindset. There ain't competition. You're gonna get what you deserve. I truly believe that with all my heart. So I'm not in competition, but The Fight Is Right. Tune in live on Sunday. Live on Sunday for the live debate. It's called Fantasy Fights.
Okay.
Some interesting GGGs in there. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Lennox Lewis, Floyd Mayweather. It's going to be great. Live on YouTube, 6 p.m. Anyway, what was your question? Sorry.
I mean, you said you didn't watch Dimitri Bivol, Dimitri Bivol is... Okay, go on.
I'll answer that. Dimitri Bivol, I heard him, he knows who we are, you understand? But again, it's about a mindset. You see, the champions don't really watch. They ain't got time to be watching other champions or studying people who they're gonna fight until they fight them. And I've always had that philosophy. I mean, Buddy McGirt was asked the same question with Anthony Yarde. You see, I don't believe in that. I'm getting my man, see? And I've learned from these guys. Buddy McGirt, again, I learned from these guys, and it's about focus. Focus is the key. So if there's a situation where we end up fighting Bivol, Baterviev, Gvosdik, or even a rematch with Kovalev, I'll tune in again. But I don't really know. I know he's a fast fighter. I watched him. The reason why I know Bivol, because the first Kovalev against Alvarez fight in Atlantic City, I was there. and Bivol was on the undercard against Isaac Chilemba, I believe. I think it might have been Isaac Chilemba, but he was on that undercard, and fast hands, very fast hands, good in and out movement. Doesn't seem like a real whacker, you know. It doesn't seem like he can punch, but he's a boxer, pure boxer, skills. And to me, I said it on that night to interviewers. Even though Alvarez got the KO against Kovalev was there looking tremendously strong. I thought Bivol was the boxer of the night that night, so I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. You can't. When you know what this is about, you don't have nothing bad to say about nobody who's got to the top of the mountain. So again, it's an exciting division. The real beast from the east will reign, because it's all Russians and Ukrainians and guys from the east that seem to be dominating boxing at the moment. You know, from the heavyweights. Well, not yet. I heard Usyk fought on Saturday. We may have to break that down, me and Spencer, so I'll have a look. But in the light heavyweights, it's total domination from the Eastern Europeans. And we were seconds away from breaking that, which is what we wanted to do. We wanted to do that. And we're still going to do it, but it just wasn't the time.
Two more fights I want to ask you, and you mentioned him, Beterbiev versus Golovich.
Yes.
Tomorrow night. Do you have a prediction?
You can't predict. We all know Beterbiev is a fantastic puncher. 14 fights, 14 KOs. But I don't think he's fought anyone of the level of Gvozdyk. That's what I'm trying to say.
Intriguing, isn't it?
You understand? Gvozdyk, he's from the Fantastic Three, trained by Papachenko, a system of boxing. Lomachenko, Usyk, and Gvozdyk, three guys, they call them the under 15 club, if you didn't know. Tunde spitting knowledge here. All winning world titles under 15 fights. So they got something. I believe I've got something better. Because none of those guys had 12 amateur fights. And none of those guys have yet fought an elite champion. So, sorry to bring it back to myself and our system and Anthony Yarde and Tunde Ajayi, but it's the truth. It's just the truth. Anthony just started boxing at the age of 19. Again, when you really assess this, you can see there's no negatives. He started boxing at 19 years old. He had 12 amateur fights, and he was seconds away from dethroning a guy that gave his whole life to the sport of boxing. And he said it in a press conference. He said he ain't got no friends. Boxing has been his life. That's why he's knocked out everybody silly. Easy. You know? And as he said, people keep on talking about